Okay, this speech is going to be a little longer than usual because I think this speech is about my journey from day one till today.
Is the whole book?
No. Good morning, everyone, my Kung Fu family. This journey didn't just begin here, it began months ago during my university break when I planned to hike Everest Base Camp. But one day, I saw a guy training Shaolin Kung Fu, and I was so inspired by it that I found this school's website, got connected to Andy, the person who made all this possible for me. If she wasn't here, I wouldn't be standing here. So I request all of you guys to give a round of applause for Andy. So I decided to make this journey happen. That time, I was reading this book called The Art of Laziness by Library Mindset. It says that life is short and this is the death calendar. So this is 80-year human life in months. So one circle is 1 month of your life. So I am 18-year old. I have lived this much life and my this much life is left. So at that point I decided, okay, life is really short. So I should dedicate 4 months of my life to this journey. Before continuing, I would like to share a quote which has guided me on this Kung Fu journey. It says, "You will reach your destination even if you wander. The truly lost are those who never leave home." It reminds us all that taking the first step, leaving comfort behind, and embracing the unknown is what defines growth. So my first day, when I came here, it was cold, dark, and quiet. Exactly how I imagined a Kung Fu school to be. I was moved to Dome 3. There, I don't think many people know that because Dome 1 and Dome 2 were full, and I was not really happy of that decision because compared to Dome 1 and Dome uh, 2, bed are like harder in Dome 3. Okay, we have like two bathrooms for 10 to 15 people, and initially I was not ready for it, but once I lived there, I got the raw feeling of Shaolin. I was like, okay, I'm ready for it. And I think it was not a coincident of me being there from day one because as Andy says, if you want to train the hardest, you should shift to Dome 3. Now in my first week of training, 9:30 we were lined up here, and as we guys run the small circle right now of running, before we used to run 2 to 3 rounds of whole school. On my first day when I ran, I finished last. I almost finished last because let me tell you guys, I never ever ran before in my life. I'm not an athlete or I never did any sports before. But when I was running, when I saw people just overtaking me simply, I don't know what to call it, like ego or self respect, something triggered in my mind, and I said, okay, I can't lose because I hate losing. I hate losing in anything. So at that moment, I found one of my purposes. In my first week, I shaved my hair. Everything was like, I'm going to train hardest. But then I was like, I'm going to train hardest, but what I'm going to chase? What is my aim here? I'm going to stay 4 months here, but after I complete my 4 months, something I should have, which I didn't have before. So many people here right now have like purposes, peace. Some people are here for peace. Some people are here for videos. So
Videos.
I asked to myself in my first week that do I want to spend my time showing people what I can barely do, or do I want to focus on training and prove to myself that I can truly do what I am trying to show in those videos. In my second month, while doing power training, I broke my left foot, so it was an minor bone fracture and muscle tear. Doctor advised me to take a 1 month bed rest, and that night I had two options: either just chill, relax for 1 month on bed, read books, watch movies, or train. But train what? My foot is broken. I was on crutches, and that moment I recalled Yanjun Shifu's one of the speeches. If you don't have one leg, train with another. If you don't have one hand, train with another. So I broke my foot today. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., everyone was lined up here. I was in the dorm 3 with my crutches in the courtyard, training my upper body. I took my staff. I was doing shoulder mobility. While doing shoulder mobility, there are some big rock steps. my attention went to the rocks, and I said, okay, I can do bicep curls with them. I did upper body training for 1 week. Next week, I joined the training sessions. In second weekend, I ran my first 14 kilometers. In third week, I ran my first half marathon, 21 kilometers from here to Xingtai in 34-degree heat alone with no headphones and still with a healing foot. It was just third week after I broke my foot. And I didn't do anything of this to prove anything to anyone. Why do you think I run? The thing I hate the most to do, and I do it like I like it. Now, let's come to the people who made this journey unforgettable. Kelvin, where's Kelvin? Kelvin, Jonas, Lauren, Lydia, Igor, Bruna, Luan, Melly, Udayan, Matse, Chloe, Ryan, Tiffany, Vivian, Brianna, Drew, Dina, Luis, Diego, Lara, Enrica. 4 months is a long time, but with these great people, I didn't really know how this month passed. And I love all of you guys. And to everyone else, if we didn't talk yet, even if it was a genuine smile or just eye contact, it shows how pure your souls are. Wish you all the best. God has a way of taking a nobody and making them somebody in front of everybody without asking anybody. May that be true for all of you in this Kung Fu journey. I also want to share something I have realized about life, something I call the sun philosophy. Do you all like watching the sunrise? Yes, right? Do you guys like watching the sunset? Yes, right? But do you guys like the sun when it's at the peak? No, everyone feels the heat. Everyone feels sweat. So I think that's same as our life. If we are just beginning in maybe a new job, a business, a new challenge, people are going to say, let's see what he can do or she can do. Let's see, he's just a beginner. But and if you are failing in something like sunset, people are going to say, we knew he or she couldn't do it. Like we knew it from before. But when you reach the top of your craft, when you mastered it, when you shine with skill and confidence, some people are going to feel the heat. But I say, don't fear the heat. Don't fear challenges. Step through it, rise through it, and shine brightly. Let's come to the end part. Recently, last week, while doing mountain run, I fell down very badly. So I broke my left ankle before. A day before doing this mountain run, my knee was injured because of Miao Dao while doing Miao Dao jump. And when I fell down, I slipped like I think 1 foot on this hand. And when I like got up, I saw a big stone. Now this injury is like healed, but there was a big stone inside this. I removed it and I started like I fell down, I got up and I started running immediately because I had again two options: either wait for the people who are coming from behind, because of course no one was ahead of me, to help me to take to the mountain, or just start running because now already the stone was in my hand. I was already bleeding, and with my each step after that, I could see like blood bubbles coming out and like blood falling down from here. But it was never competing any one of you. It was always me versus me. Because even if I reach here first, I'm not going to get a gold medal, right? I'm not going to get any certificate or trophy. But because I don't lose, I don't allow defeat to overtake me. I have never felt that I am defeated. I have never felt that I have fallen and could never get up again. So, if you are going to try, go all the way or don't even start. The most important thing is consistency. If you are consistent more than others, you're gonna win. If you're not consistent more than others, you're never gonna be number one like me in running. I'm just joking. By the way, when I ran my first mountain run, I was not walking, I was giving all I had, and I finished my mountain run in 42 minutes and 22 seconds. Last Tuesday, when I ran my mountain run, I finished it in 19 minutes and 52 seconds. Last Jianyun Shifu and Shope Shifu, my masters, and also Yu Shifu and Wu Shifu. I didn't get chance to train with them, but to Jianyun Shifu and Shope Shifu, I want to say in Chinese, Wo mei yu ren he hua yu zia yu endo hendo e hi zongzong. Uh, if, it was bad. So, Andy, if you could please translate, it's just only one line that I don't have any words for you, but many, many love and respect.
他没有说话太多的东西，但是他特别爱你们。
Andy, I
尊重你
already
们。
thanked you, but once again, thank you for giving this
You're
platform.
welcome.
And lastly, I would like to say, people say they want to become a star, a celebrity star, a sports star, or just a star. I say, don't just aim to be a star. Be the sun and shine all the stars wherever you go. Thank you. Keep smiling and stay.